My name's Dan Phipps. We're just beginning to shear now at Godolphin. It gets to this time of year, we're the lambs now, because we basically lamb quite early, sort of January, February, and just into March. We're weaning a lot of the lambs. The ewes are in good order, so we get in shearing as early as we dare. The weather at the moment is perfect. So the sheep will come into the shed. They'll be separated from the lambs at this point. They'll come through in batches for breeds, just because we can put the wool into categorise it basically, so the types of wool are the same. We hope that sort of means they'll give us a better price. So when they come into the shed, they just move through the pens. We've got the option of drafting them just before they go into the trailer to split the types. They go into the trailer, they're shorn, the wool obviously packed the other side, and the ewes will go back through a footbath and away. We've got 3 shearers shearing this year, 2 representing Australia, 1 shearer representing New Zealand, and a lady winding the wool. So we've got Lydia, Adi, Hamish and Dylan. And they'll travel the world. They may only be here for this year. I think Hamish has been before, but they come work for a contractor that we use every year. Different shearers might come here depending on who's he got, but we can trust that he'll source the shearers and send us good quality shearers each year. We'd have to, at this point, be putting a fly cover on the ewes if we weren't shearing them. So it suits us well to get them in, wean, shear the ewes and turn them away in groups, ready again for tupping next year. The fly is a big issue, or can be, if unprotected. So from a management point of view, obviously getting the wool off is the best way of ensuring that the flies don't lay eggs in the wool. The eggs will hatch into maggots. The maggots feed on the flesh of the sheep. So it's crucial to make sure that that can't happen. 2 ways of doing it. One is to shear, the other is to use chemicals that prevent the fly from surviving and laying eggs on the sheep itself. So shearing started, we started with, we've got about 450 dry ewes, so ewes that need shearing but won't actually lamb till next year. So we start the year with those. They're hardy, they haven't had the extra work the ewes have had, so they're in good order and ready to shear earlier. So they've been done out the way. There's 450 to 500 of those, and now we're into the main flock. So there's another sort of 2,000 of those now to go through. We've got a later flock, it won't suit to shear them, they're being lambed as we speak. So they'll come back later in June and we'll complete the job then. In this country we have the Wool Marketing Board, and that's basically responsible for making sure all of the wool produced in the country is marketed. So they collect, there are a couple of other companies that will buy off, but we like to support the British Wool Marketing Board. They collect the wool. We trust that they get the fairest price and pass that back to us. They sort of do so much more, of course, for the industry as well, in that they train people to shear and bring people to courses and teach them about that process and get people involved. So they sort of have a more holistic view on the whole sort of wool producing side of the sheep industry.